people, welcome to another edition of the finger tapping frenzy that we all know and love as WWE SuperCard with me, Big Jim. Now then, order of business on this soggy Saturday morning in London is a bit grim, a bit grisly, a bit might as well stay indoors, do a bit of SuperCard. First order of business is King of the Ring. I've got a couple of WrestleMania cards to pick up from a King of the Ring. It is a WrestleMania King of the Ring, so it was actually a win. There are quite a few bots knocking around as usual. Seems to be the norm these days, not just in WrestleMania but also in SummerSlam. But big up to Mr. Air, who was finished 8th in the ladder stage. Bit of a dark horse because he had the cards to do better, and in fact did knock out Osro, who was top of the ladder, and got through to the final against me. I think he missed out powering up in the first match. He did, whereas I was on song. I was on ball. I was on the ball for once. And then match 2, I forgot. I got busy. You know how it is. I'm a busy man. And he powered up, so he got the win. And so it actually went to a third match, and he didn't power up. And I did power up, and I got the win. So there's 2 WrestleMania cards. And as you know, those astute and clever and wonderful people who subscribe to us and watch these videos, you'll know that Nia Jax is my only WrestleMania Diva Pro. We'll have a very quick look at my Divas. The Divas. Come on, girls. Show yourselves out here. Yes, as you can see, Nia Jax. And then I've got to rely on Survivor Fusion from the Chambre de Fusion, Charlotte. And then it all gets a bit ropey from there. So, the individual girls I've got are another Charlotte, Sasha, and Asuka. So I think that's it, yes. So one of those 3 lasses would be a very welcome addition and a very welcome prize. Another WrestleMania Pro was becoming a bit... Because if you have a look down below, you'll see top card now, Roman Reigns SummerSlam Pro is fully done. Everything's maxed out beautifully. And Samoa Joe's the latest card. We'll come on to that. Anyway, rewards, claim rewards. Let's have some lovely rewards this Saturday morning. See what we get. Apart from waiting on a network. No Ninja Boy. I have to do that bit myself. It's becoming a lonely plough that I furrow on the SuperCard trail. I claim reward. Card number 1, we get. That's the 5th Neville I've had. The 5th. Okay, and next up we have, come on. Emma. It's another girl. It's another single girl. Now normally, you'd be after a single girl, wouldn't you? Not on this occasion. I've had enough of the single girls. I'm looking for someone like a pro. Well, I suppose when I try and look on the positive side of things here, so this is another card that gets me closer to proing another diva. But I can't see it happening personally. Right, here we go. Let's have a look at my progress in Road to Glory. As you can see, I have nothing. Nada, zilch, not zero. Nil point, because I'm not bothering. The reason I'm not bothering is I didn't get old Cesaro there, Cesaro up front. I didn't get him in PCC, and I thought just perfect opportunity to take a weekend off from all that finger tapping frenzy and just do a few other things, including making this video. But just on another note of business, where am I going? I'm going down to teams. I would just like to say a big thank you to NJCoolz and Wolfgott, as their SuperCard name users. Wolfgott you will know as Azrael Grit, Dragon Lad, good Geordie lad on YouTube who makes SuperCard videos. Both of them have had to leave Team BadLadDad for differing reasons. Both been with us quite some time. Wolfie's been with us, I believe, since the start of Season 2. So, sorry to see them go. It's been great to have you on board, fellas. And best of luck in whether you manage to continue playing with the game or whatever else it is that you've got to sort out. But that has given us an opportunity to bring in a couple of new lads. You'll recognise Superzom down the bottom there. I have to say big thank you to JB for his guest appearance on Team BadLadDad last week in the Team Road to Glory. Team Road to Glory! We made that Samoa Joe card with 4 minutes to spare. 4 minutes! It was nip and tuck all the way, I have to tell you. But we got it, as you can see down below in my cards. Latest SummerSlam card, Samoa Joe, and I'm glad that we did get it. Superzom, that was his one brief appearance in Team BadLadDad colours. I think he's going back out on the road again. He's picked up his suitcase and he's about to head off. But the two new members who've come in as a replacement for NJCoolz and Azure Great Dragon, Wolfgart in the game, Azure Great Dragon on YouTube and Twitter, are Marco, welcome to you Marco, and Josh. Now some of you may recognise Josh as JT Judgment, another YouTuber, also JT Judgment on Twitter, so go and follow him there too. So looking forward to seeing you guys in action, although I have said admittedly, we're not Team PCCers. We always get the cards, very closely, nearly didn't get Samojo, we always get the cards when we're doing Team Road to Glory, Team Road to Glory, or Team Ring Dummy Dim Dom. But Team PCC, that's just mental. That's just for crazy people. That it's just bonkers. That is. It's just not something that you should even consider going for, unless you want to show that you've got the kahunas to do it, because you can afford the credits and the time and the will and the wherewithal to chisel away for what ostensibly is just normal SummerSlam card. So there we go. That's Team BadLadDad sorted out, and I need to start doing some work just for a change on Money in the Bank. Very slow progress, very slow progress. I've listened to your advice. I think that's my best way to go, particularly as you've just witnessed yet again. I've still not got another WrestleMania Diva Pro, so I think Bayley is the last to go for. But I need to get some points. Not by doing that. By doing that, I need to earn myself some points and get stuck in and do what I can do. Now I've got an interesting weekend. What I'm going to try and do with Ninja Boy, you'll have seen he's very much involved in FIFA 17, and in fact has just finished the journey with Alex Hunter and got the Alex Hunter card, which looks very nice, and we're going to be playing with later on today. But with Ninja Boy, he's really just lost interest in SuperCard for the time being, and I know no amount of persuasion, dad type persuasion, could drag him out to play today. But we will be hopefully doing some FIFA matches tomorrow based on your recommendations. Those of you who've put forward some teams that you'd like to see us playing as. For those of you who don't know, we actually play as the same team, one in home kit, one as away kit, to keep it on a level playing field. And then he beats the arse out of me on the pitch. So even though we've got exactly the same players and exactly the same lineups and exactly the same teams. So that's something that we will be doing hopefully tomorrow, which is Sunday, as I'm speaking now. Of course, if you're watching this in a week's time, who knows what day of the week it is, who knows what time of the month it is, and who knows what year we're in. But that's for you to work out and for me never to know, because I never know when you guys will be watching. So there's some FIFA 17 to come. I've been enjoying playing some Clash Royale just recently, and so I will try and chisel out a Clash Royale video just to show you my decks. I know you guys like to see what decks that we're running and rolling with in various games. As I've mentioned previously, WWE Immortals has taken a bit of a backseat at the moment. It has just had an update for No Mercy, which of course is tomorrow evening, Sunday evening. And in this roundabout general chat of nothingness, that is meandering conversation that I'm going through, I will be doing another video wrap-up of No Mercy for Yahoo Sport UK. When I say video wrap-up, it sounds very grand. It's a Facebook Live video which I do on the Yahoo Sport UK Facebook page. It's normally a couple of hours after the event is finished. So obviously very late evening if you're in the US, or around 5 or 6 o'clock in the morning in the UK. But once the video's done, it stays up all day. So you don't have to wait. You don't have to wait up. You don't have to get up extremely early to watch it. You can watch it at any stage during the day. And I'll be doing my wrap-up and give you my thoughts, considered thoughts and opinions on what's happened in No Mercy. I have to say, so far, I would say that the SmackDown crew are beating the Raw crew in terms of the live shows. I think SmackDown have made a better fist of things so far. So we shall see how that goes on Sunday, if that continues. Right, well I managed to get one win in. I do find this, it gets a bit monotonous after a while, this, doesn't it? I wouldn't mind if you just got a couple of picks in this, you know, just a couple of picks on the board. I know that you're playing for a guaranteed reward at the end of it all, but it's a very long way to get to that reward, and there's nothing in between. And if you don't get the amount of points, I know that's down to you and your own laziness, but it does mean that you've not actually earned anything. I mean, okay, you're powering up your cards a bit, but but you're missing out on all your little exhibition deck prizes. So just 2 cards for a win or 3 for a whitewash as usual. You know, standard stuff, not asking for anything big or clever or out of the ordinary. Just, you know, entitlement. Just want our entitlement. Those guys who like to chisel away on exhibition, we just want parity with our cousins who are playing exhibition all the time. Right, have I managed to lose that? I think I have, haven't I? That's well done. Right, well, who's the weakest card here? It's you, isn't it? Shamacus, Rainicus. You see, I'm quite good at collecting singles, which is why I've not bothered trying to get Cesaro this time round. I just don't think it's worth it. When you're at the start of a tier, it's still worth... Oh, I just noticed I've gone off. When you're at the start of a tier, it is worth going for those individual cards, because they're still going to be higher than any of the other individual cards that you're pulling at the time. Makes sense, it's obvious. So when you've only got 3 or 4 cards of your new tier, the reason why I'm doing all this little stretching and leaning over and everything is I'm just setting everything back up on screen. You can't see it, but I can see it's all gone pear-shaped. But it's about to be a thing of beauty again. And if I hadn't mentioned it, you'd never know what had gone on. Sleight of hand and all that. Right, so what was I waffling on about? Yeah, so it's worth getting those cards when you're early on in a tier, but once you're at the stage where you've got 10 or 12 individual WrestleMania cards and you start getting some pros, the individual cards are not so important. And if you've already got yourself into SummerSlam tier for your Ring Dommy Dim Dom and your Road to Glory decks, then you don't really need to bother with them. So I'm not. And right, play your flipping exhibition card for a start. I'm always missing out on that. And now I've left myself a mountain to climb because I've got that Seth Rollins card that is weaker than everything. Oh, damn you, Big Jim, and your sloppiness. Right, I doubt very much we're going to get a weak card in the next rank, so I'm probably going to miss out here. It's my own fault for talking and not paying attention. There's absolutely nothing that Roman Reigns can do there, is there? Damn, not even with a boost. Not even with a boost. Oh well, let's just take it through to the final. Let's take it through to the final, see where we go. Although it's very kindly the game's trying to freeze again on screen, I notice. It's doing its best to hide my embarrassment for my rather slapdash play. Yeah, so I'm on the Bailey trail, the trail of the hugger. Got to get myself a double hugger. How are you guys doing? Did you get your Cesaro on PCC? And I always feel that if you can crack PCC, the Road to Glory or the Ring Dommy Dim Dom is a piece of cake. It's just a question of lasting the course of the event, because they're not normally too taxing. You normally get what you need. It's the PCC that's the tough one. That is the truly committed player is the person who comes away with the rewards from that one. And if you've got things going on in your real life that want to interfere with that, then you're just about stymied. I was going to say another word beginning with S, but stymie's a good word. Right, I'm not going to finish there. Let's just do one more, just to prove I can win. I don't like losing. I'm not particularly competitive. I'm not as competitive as Ninja Boy, but I've had a long, enduring career in sport, which I've enjoyed. Most of it talking about it rather than doing it. But even when I was doing it, I used to have good fun. I used to enjoy myself until I started breaking things. And after you've done your knee and your ligaments and your arm and your fingers and just about everything else that belongs to you a few times, you start thinking, I'm getting a bit old for this. Things keep breaking. Right, now then, let's do this properly. Who's the weakest? Who is the weakest link? It's probably Rusev by the look of it. Let's stick him out anyway. There's something else as well. It's nearly midday Saturday. I am gagging for a drink. Normally Ninja Boy's running around with a Ribena by now, isn't he? He can normally get me a Coke at the same time, but I'm missing my assistant, my able assistant. Yeah, so if you guys have got Cesaro from the PCC, then I would imagine that it shouldn't be too much trouble for you getting him here in the Road to Glory. I do wish they would come up with a few more divas in these competitions. I mean, Ring Dommy Dim Dom's never had a diva in it. Road to Glory, I don't know why they can't have some divas in the latter stages. It's not a problem, is it? It's not a problem. Whether that's their way of trying to keep the game competitive or not, I don't know. But it's It's certainly not helped me. It didn't help me in WrestleMania tier, as you saw. And now we've moved into SummerSlam. Still no Diva, and still the same WrestleMania Pro that I've been knocking around with for a good couple of months. So I need some help on the Diva front. There's absolutely no denying it. There's no denying it. And I'm not getting it, thanks to the game. Right, final rung. Here we go. Just mop this one up. Sending Andre the Giant to smash him to pieces. Take out Mr. KO with his own kind of powerbomb. So there we have it. A third win. No, second win actually. If I said third win, you might not notice. A second win, a third game completed, money in the bank done. So yeah, let me know how you're getting on with Cesaro. Have you even bothered? Have you hung up your SuperCard hat for the time being? As I've mentioned in this particular episode, there's a few people who are struggling to play through personal reasons. Some people have just had enough. I'm still cracking on when I can. Ninja Boy's not so. So whether we'll see him again before Season 3, I don't know. We'll have to drag him out in front of the FIFA camera and ask him in front of the FIFA camera, which is a good excuse for you to watch our next FIFA video. And if you want to see any of our videos, please subscribe down below, bung a like if you like this nonsense, and of course you can follow us on Twitter and Instagram and Facebook, all at BadLadDad. And until I see you next time, you stay cool.